Hi, this is Gina with Park Bench Monrovia, and I'm here with Maritza Travanti, who was elected to Monrovia's school board back on November 6th, 2018, and sworn in on December 12th, 2018. In addition to her duties as a school board member, she is married and a mom of a 7th grader at Clifton and a daughter who's well into her own career. She works as a headquarters, program, and policy analyst with the Internal Revenue Service. Maritza also just joined the Monrovia Rotary Club. I can't believe it's been 100 days since you've taken your oath of office. Tell us a little bit about your experience so far with the school board.
Thank you, Gina. It's been a busy and wonderful experience so far. So much to learn from policy and budgets and funding structures and boardwalks and board meetings, of course. I absolutely love being part of the decision-making process and making a difference for the children in our community.
What have you enjoyed most so far?
Honestly, interacting with the public, school site administrators, and teachers. As I attend meetings and events, I love talking to the other parents. I really get a good pulse on the great things that are happening at our school sites and also the challenges that they're facing that may be common or unique to that school site. My wheels are always turning and researching for best practices and better ways of conducting business. I've also had the opportunity to attend many of the PK graduations at our schools. PK stands for Parent Institute for Quality Education, and it's a 9-week course where parents commit to learning about our education system and higher education. Topics covered are how to apply for scholarships and applications for colleges and universities, terms such as GPA and PSAT and SAT, and how to read a report card when it comes in. The course is held both in English and in Spanish, and it was inspiring to hear all the stories that the parents shared, how they felt empowered now to help their kids go through the educational system and be successful.
Let's talk about some of the important programs you're involved with.
Well, besides my regular duties as a board member, each board member serves as a liaison to other boards and organizations here in Monrovia. I, along with the board vice president, Rob Hammond, are the liaisons to the LCAP committee. LCAP stands for Local Control Accountability Program. The funds that come from the state for this program help to close the achievement gap. The committee of stakeholders consists of teachers, union representatives, parents, and district staff. We're in the midst of those meetings now and invite the public to join. The public's input is critical to the decision-making process on how we allocate those funds. It's a complex process, diving deep into the data, but it's a necessary process. So we do hold meetings in English and Spanish, and again, we invite the public to join us. I'm also the liaison to the Monrovia Chamber of Commerce, where I attend monthly board meetings and report out on what's going on in our schools. This is a great group of business owners and community stakeholders who care and support our schools and our activities. So you can see I've been a little bit busy.
I can definitely see that. What are some of the challenges the district is facing?
Well, Gina, the biggest challenge, and you've heard me say this before, is declining enrollment, which directly affects the funding from the state. This is something so many districts are facing. In fact, Azusa, to the east of us, is right now considering closing 2 school sites. Pasadena last year closed 2 school sites. Districts everywhere are having to make tough decisions to meet budgetary requirements and to remain solvent. Here in Monrovia Unified, we have remained as conservative as possible and have avoided any staff reduction or closing schools. It's not even on our radar. But other cuts have been made, and as well as deferring maintenance on our school sites. The younger generations, including millennials, are just not having kids, or they're putting it off more into the future. And when they do, it's just 1 to 2 children maybe. The large families are just a rare instance anymore. All this has contributed. Oh, and in addition, Monrovia is built out to capacity. We don't have large empty lots where houses can be built. I mean, that's an issue here in Monrovia. And it's become unaffordable for our young families with young children. So all those factors come into play with declining enrollment.
What can we as a district do about declining enrollment?
Good question. The board makes decisions to keep Monrovia on the cutting edge and attractive to students and families. Dual immersion is a highly successful program with Mandarin at Plymouth, Spanish at Monroe and Clifton. And because of the high demand, Wild Rose School of Creative Arts next year will also have Spanish dual immersion. The state recently passed legislation requiring all districts in California to have a dual language type program. So as you can see, Monrovia is way ahead of the ball game and setting that trend. We also have a very successful Code to the Future program at Santa Fe Computer Science, Magnet School, and at Mayflower. Monrovia High School has a strong academic program called MASA, which you just told me your son is part of. It stands for Math and Science Academy, and it's a very comprehensive four-year high school curriculum with multiple programs, such as our award-winning robotics program, rocketry, and MASA mentors. The early college program partners with Citrus College and has been very successful, where students can graduate from high school and have their associate's degree at the same time, saving parents a lot of money. So this is a great option. And Monrovia High School also has a humanities academy with a rigorous four-year curriculum with a focus on liberal arts. But there's so many programs within our schools, it's just we don't have enough time to talk about them all, but that's just kind of a highlight.
Thank you. What is coming up that you'd like to share with our community?
This is a busy time of the year for the board, district, and staff. Believe it or not, preparations are already underway for school year end activities, including graduations. I invite you all to attend our board meetings, which are typically every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here at our district office. You would be amazed on how much you could learn from just attending a meeting. If you're unable to attend in person, though, it's okay. You can catch the agenda from the MUSD website and stream the meetings live on KGEM or available later on the KGEM YouTube channel. Minutes are also posted to our website once they have been adopted. But here's a teaser for you. On the day I was sworn in, I introduced my very first action item, which is to have an annual State of the Schools address. This goes a long way with transparency and being open with our constituents. I want the community to know plans are taking place behind the scenes, and we'll share with your audience real soon all the details that are coming up. Please stay tuned, and you're all invited to our State of the Schools address.
Well, I personally am looking very forward to that and appreciate that and all the time and effort that you put in. I know you're busy and it's very time consuming. So we really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time today.
Well, thank you, Gina. I really appreciated the opportunity to talk about our schools because great things are happening here in Monrovia.
Yes, they are. Thank you.
Thank you.